Hi folks, and welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we're looking at the Armourfast Sherman M4. Now, as far as I know, these came out in 2002 and I picked up several of them about a year later. I will say they're a very simple, basic, straightforward kit, but yet there's a little bit of detail, and it does give you plenty of room for kit bashing and adding on and all the rest of it. So quite a handy little platform, but particularly for wargamers, I would say. Detailed modelers, maybe not so much, but it depends on what you're into. So basically, let's have a look at the box. So as you can see there, standard issue Armourfast box. I believe this was probably the first Armourfast product I ever got, actually, was the M4. And I've been quite happy with them. Artwork a little bit leaves a little bit to be desired there. It's fairly straightforward, fairly basic, but at the end of the day, it's kind of cheap and cheerful. Good thing about Armourfast, of course, as I've said before, is you get two vehicles in the box as opposed to one, so quite literally more bang for your buck. Side of the box, usual sort of thing. No, don't eat it, etc., etc. As I always say, don't stick parts of it in your nose and any other part of yourself. Under 12, etc., etc. That's basically it. Side of the box then, just the usual scenario, and at the back of the box, very basic kind of exploded diagram. Nothing too fancy there. So that is the box. One thing I will note here, if you see the instructions, and we'll refer to this in a while, there is no hull machine gun and there is no air defense machine gun, and it does not depict the hatches in an openable position. So just bear that in note, and I'll show you what I mean when we look at the sprue, because the older ones that I have had of this particular kit did not come with a 50 cal. I believe they didn't come with hatches that could open. Maybe I'm incorrect in saying that, but it definitely didn't have a 50 cal, and as far as I recollect, they did not have a hull machine gun. There you go. There's one there, and in fact, there's something that looks like a second one, or possibly it's an aerial over there. But anyway, the sprue itself, as you can see, the hull is here. Fairly, it's not the most detailed, but at the same time, the detail that is there does come out quite nicely. So no fault there. You have your 75mm gun barrel, your mantlet for the gun itself, the hull, basically the underside of the hull. Tracks, of course, does suffer from the old Armourfast track syndrome, which is basically the incorrect style of pattern on the tracks. I don't know why they kind of skimped on that. It would have been so easy to do it right, but hey, there you go. And then you have your kind of your cupola ring hatches, 50 cal, as I say, and of course the actual turret itself, which is quite nice. Now you might notice this piece here. This is where the 50 cal goes, and I'll show you on a completed version that I have here. This is one of mine from way back, and this is one of the newer ones. This is my son's. So apart from the very, very slight shade and a difference in the plastic, what you will notice is that this one has hatches that have opened. This one does not, and looking at it, I don't believe that, as I say, it's 17 years ago since I did this, but I don't believe those hatches could have been closed or open at the time. There is no aperture here for the 50 cal to sit into, and there was no 50 cal with it, and there was no hull machine gun, where of course in this one you do have hull machine gun, and hull machine gun, 50 cal, openable turret. You also have this little piece here, which I'd like to say isn't in this, which I think is for an aerial, or possibly you could mount the gun there, I'm not sure. But I've chosen to, should I say, he chose to mount it here on this one. So that's that, and it's still the same tank, in fairness, just as you can see, exactly the same with just those minor variances. When they're painted, that's a painted, well, as I said, it's an undercoated one actually rather than a painted one. This is going to be done up and decaled. They don't come with decals, which is the usual scenario for Armourfast. I will be getting some aftermarket ones for, I'm doing two battalions of Armourfast Shermans that I've collected over the years. And basically they don't come with decals, so some aftermarket ones have to be sourced for that, or the spares box, but I'll hardly have enough in the spares box for that number of tanks. So size comparison, there is your Armourfast, we'd say Mark 1 and Mark 2 of that production, as regards that particular number of Armourfast, which is 99001. And here is a matchbox just to marry up for size. I have the old venerable Airfix kit rescued again from the young lad's bedroom floor, so a little bit of a difference there, but you'd expect that it's 176. And then you have the rather large Hasegawa Sherman, it's the E8 version, with a lot of stowage to make it look a little bit like Fury for the young fella. But as I say, that seems to be the largest of the bunch. It's 172 supposedly, but it looks a little bit large to me. At the end of the day, this and this should be pretty much the same kind of vehicle, I'd imagine. This doesn't have the HVSS suspension, but at the end of the day, you'd expect that it would be similar in size, and it isn't. Whereas the Armourfast one, as you can see there, matches in with a proper 172. I'd consider this to be a little bit large, but that's just my own opinion on it. So that's it. That's basically the Armourfast M4. There are other variants in the Armourfast range which we will be looking at. There's the M4A2 and the one at the 105mm gun barrel and so on and so forth. We'll get around to those later on, and that's basically that. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and be safe and all the rest of it, and carry on with your modelling, and we'll be back with a video again fairly soon for you. All the best. Take care for now.